It has been a week, but we are back. And it looks like we have all of our players this time, which is great. All right, so the factspiration for today's game is... what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given and who gave it to you? I think we've had that one before, but I mean, only one person gets to answer, so maybe we'll learn something new this time. All right. Best piece of advice you've ever heard or ever been given, and who gave it to you? All right. While you ruminate on that, does anybody, for a point of DM inspiration or a factspiration, want to sum up what happened last time? If you were interested, please roll a d20 into chat. If no one is interested, I will attempt a recap. I think there was a boat involved. All right, going once. Oh, Darius, reliable reporter on the scene, likes to be able to interrupt during combat without using up everybody's fanspiration. Some might call him a saint. Let's see. All right, go Darius, take it away.
I want to know who those people are so I can yell at them. Also, I literally woke up like half an hour ago because I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yay. Until like 5 in the morning.
I've heard of that game. I'm gonna try it out today, I think.
Until like 5 in the morning. Yeah.
We've all been there.
So I feel like
we're all gonna be there. Yeah.
Okay, so last time on Curse of Strahd, we were in Valakai when we woke up, so we tried to put together our thoughts of what we were going to be doing for this day. Ultimately deciding that we needed to kind of get prepared to head across the lake to go find this silver mine or whatnot. But before that, we wanted to talk with Lady Wagner about some of the things that we encountered in the castle, including our dinner. So we kind of split up into two groups. Darius, Anna, and Tiernan going to Lady Wagner's house, whereas Shane and Daniel actually went to the stockyard to go see if they could procure that wagon that she had seized not too long ago. I think it was a little bit before we had arrived at town. So our discussion with Lady Wagner, sorry, I'm just quickly looking at my notes real here. Oh, yeah. She wanted us to look for both Old Man Richard and Isaac, dead or alive for both of them, though preferably alive for both, just so that she could torture them for information and I guess harvest Isaac for parts. On the topic of Richard's wagon that was in the stockyard, try to ask if we could take some of the supplies that were there. Don't think she was too receptive of that idea if we weren't working for her. So that kind of put us in a little bit of a bind. Anna was asking if we could do anything for the new burgomaster of Valakai, aka herself. And she said that she would like to help the village of Barovia and Ismark. However, it seems there's some political trouble down there with some merchant who seems to be trying to vie for the title of burgomaster from Ismark. So she's just gonna stay out of it until that gets resolved, really. And then she also had mentioned, and something that we've heard quite a bit, that Prezek is quite cold to outsiders, and she would like to reestablish trade with them, but unless their gates are opened, and if a certain group of adventurers could help open those gates, she would be appreciative. Back over at the stockyard, Shane and Carl, they met up with, or Shane Daniel met up with Carl Wagner at the stockyard, and they investigated the wagon, somehow bluffing their way past the guard. It seems Lady Wagner and her guy Ernst had already pried open the wagon earlier that day. And they found a number of things that were in there, so the place was already cleared out by her. Seems the old man wasn't, well, we already figured that out. He wasn't exactly what he was showing himself to be. A little bit more of a monster hunter. Had some gear and like priestly vestments and stuff like that. I guess with that golem that he had, it kind of makes some sense. We all regrouped back at the inn, filled each other in on what was going on, and then headed down to the lake. Tried finding a boat. There wasn't really any that would be able to fit all of us, though some old lady did say that a guy named Igor had a boat that was large enough for us. So we went to go track him down, and lo and behold, he did have one, though it was quite a hefty price, and we didn't have that kind of cash on us. So we offered to assist him in helping him with his new life away from fishing, because I guess the dude didn't want to be a fisher anymore because of all the shit he's seen. Somehow Anna was able to convince him. So we made our way onto the water with him piloting the boat. Worst fucking decision ever. Probably maybe an hour or so after we hit the water, we got attacked by this big ass Jaws looking creature. Actually, that puts Jaws to shame. Even that Jason Statham movie with that shark even puts that shit to shame. And we were surprisingly able to fend that thing off, but it got a bite hold onto Igor and dragged his ass into the water. Unfortunately, we weren't able to finish it off before we could get away. So we piloted the boat to the other shore, and that's kind of where we are now.
All right. Take DM inspiration. I appreciate that you introduced Ernst as her man, because that seems to be how everybody introduces themselves. I feel like you've really sort of become a local with that comment. All right. Now, does anybody want to answer the? Oh, sorry. Do you want inspiration or faxpiration?
I think I'll take inspo. Yeah. Take
okay.
Inspo.
I really appreciate you being here on roughly 4 hours of sleep or less, 3 hours of sleep. You champion.
I can't manage like
right.
Crypt used to do in Red Hand. I don't know how that man could do it.
It's a lot of like self-harm culture. If you want, I have trifold brochures and some TED Talks I could share with you.
I mean, I could do it when I was much younger, like, but nowadays, nah.
Well, not to reveal too much, but him baby. Despite having a 55-year-old voice that smoked cigarettes his entire life, he's him baby. So he got all them baby energies. All right. Does anybody want to answer the faxpiration? What is the best piece of advice you have ever been given, and who gave it to you? In character, of course. Though if you want to share your best advice after the session, I'm sure we could all use it in this darkest timeline / hard times. So, if you are interested in answering the question, go ahead and roll a d20 into chat. All right, Shane Masters with a 12. Anybody beating a 12? Going once. Going twice. Oh, all right, going once. Going twice. Sold to Shane Masters. Shane Masters, what is the best piece of advice you've been given? Who gave it to you?
First, before I say this in character, I would like to apologize to everybody, and that this is he's a product of his time, and he just doesn't know better yet.
Okay. Okay. Is it always leave a 20 on the girl's nightstand even if she's not a prostitute because she'll appreciate it? Because my father-in-law gave me that advice when I first met him.
Oh, it's pretty close, but wow.
Yeah. No. Go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
By the way, that's not good advice.
Yeah.
You work hard for your money. You don't need to give it away, people. Okay. All right. So.
The best piece of advice I probably got was from my own father, and it was to be a man and take charge. That's boys don't cry.
Mm.
Always kind of taken that to heart.
Mm. Okay. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met during the campaign.
I'm gonna throw a wild card out there. I'm gonna go Blinsky.
Really? Oh man, I thought you were gonna go Strahd. Okay. The best advice that Blinsky ever got. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, the best advice that Blinsky ever got was creativity is seeing what everyone else is seeing and thinking what no one else has thought. And he got that advice from Count / Baron Strahd von Zarovich. So, in one of his funks, when he thought that everyone hated his inventions because they were too spooky, his number one patron and I guess backer, patron's backer, yeah, his patron, gave him that little nugget. And so he carries it with him. He looks at things that everyone else sees, but he sees more than what there is.
Does he have it like a plaque in his shop somewhere?
Maybe in the back
Somewhere
while
in
he's
the back,
snuggling
yeah.
with his Strahd body pillow. He looks over and he sees the macroche or whatever the hell it is that he had made.
It's right under live, laugh, love.
It's just a wall of sayings.
Yeah, he's motivational posters everywhere.
But like live, laugh, love, it's like an embroidery, and there's like a zombie rising from its grave, and then the zombie's laughing, and then the zombie is like hugging like a bunny or something, like too hard, and the bunny's dying because its eyes are popping out and stuff. Yeah, that feels like his vibe. It feels like his vibe.
Live your afterlife like it's your only life.
Oh, that's another good one. Damn, you could set up a gift shop at Castle Ravenloft with those. All right, anyways, so. We have made it to the mountains. There's no finer mountain music in all of Fantasyland than Skyrim. So we're going to go grab some Skyrim mountain music. Also, Skyrim lets you just use their music, which is always nice. Let's see. We run all of our actual plays ad-free, but you'll notice there's ads. That's because in order to use the music, we have to let the people with the music run ads on the videos. Because people do ask me, they're like, why don't you just use the music the free in the Foundry? Listen.
Free only gets you so far.
I'm weaponizing nostalgia, okay? That's why we use this music. You hear Skyrim mountain music, you're just ready to fucking vibe. So, you know that nothing bad's gonna happen to you until it suddenly turns into combat music. And then you're like, I hope I didn't install the wrong mods, because this might hurt. All right.
I've actually never played a Skyrim game, so I don't have that nostalgia.
Okay, it's fine. You're playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's fine. It's not the same experience, but I think it would still hold up 20 years later, however long it's been. Yeah.
The joy of being rocked into the sky 200 feet by a giant is.
Yep. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. All right. So you guys row your boat to the shores. The boat is in bad shape. Team Bucket is there just bailing the whole time as you guys row onto the pebbly graveled shore of Mount Baratok. New bumper sticker unlocked. Congratulations. You are the first group to journey this far north.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like I want that on my car, you know? And people be like, damn, that dude, he probably climbs rocks and shit. It's like an outdoors man. Where's Mount Baratok? I want to go there too.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
All right.
Come out to the mountains.
Yeah. You don't want to go to any of these places.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Seattle. Maybe so. All right. So, what do you guys do now? I believe it is about 2 in the afternoon after crossing the lake.
Get out the boat. Get away from the lake.
Okay.
That's Darius' first thing.
What do you want to do with the boat? The boat is very big. So getting it all the way up onto the shore would be an effort. An effort that my engineering players would be like very excited to solve. They would get out ropes and all that. I'm talking yeah. But if you want, you could spend about I'd say an hour winching and pulling the boat up onto the shore. Otherwise, you could simply just tie it down. You know, beach it a little bit and tie it down. But you could pull it all the way ashore if you feel that you need to. Either way, the boat's in real bad shape, and I don't know if you want to sail it back or not. So these are decisions that you guys will need to make.
What do you guys think?
Best to have the option, right?
Would pulling it onto shore cut into like a short rest?
Here, I'll put the Siren's Call. Oh, Jesus, it's so big. On the map here. All right. Hauling the ship would not be a short rest because some of you would be physically exerting yourselves for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question though. All right, there's your little boat. It's hurt. It has 13 of 60 hit points. In no small part thanks to Tiernan defending the ship like it was the last white rhino.
Could we potentially patch it?
Yes. This would be, there is no crafting skill in 5e, but there are crafting tools, so this would have to do with boats or vehicles or woodworking. I know that someone with tinkering tools is going to be like, but what about tinkering tools, since that's kind of like the bullshit tool that covers everything? And I would say sure, because secretly tinkering tools is the Pathfinder 2e crafting skill of 5e, if we're being honest.
I'm actually proficient in both carpenters and tinkering.
Then I would give you a +2 bonus per Xanathar's guide to whatever check you made for having synergy.
But the problem is time, because I don't think.
Oh
it's
yes,
and also supplies. Since we're on the boat
now,
and look around,
there are lush coniferous forest all about you. So that's cool.
Are there any like extra planks, any tools like below deck? Oh right, no, this isn't large enough for below deck or and on the deck, because this dude was pretty loving with his boat.
Yes. On the ship there is one small barrel of tar, and there are some supplies for repairs. You think with what is on the boat, you could probably restore 25 hit points to the ship.
But again, it would take some time. Do we think this thing is worth it, trying to go back onto the water? Because I sure as hell don't.
What's our other option?
Walking. Because otherwise, we're on the water, and that thing decides to come back. It was more for
emphasis of the dangers of walking.
Now, I will say that nearby is a river or stream. It's a little bit of both. It's big enough to be a river that goes up into the mountains, allegedly towards the mine. So you could stop here on the beach, catch your breath, decide if you want to keep using the ship, decide if you want to repair, sail a little bit more along the coast, and then try to sail upriver.
I mean, I'd be fine with that. But what I was saying is, I mean, sure, we could do a patch job, and then Meg 2 comes back out and decides to take another chomp, and then we're all swimming in water.
It's okay, Darius. You're the expert here, and if you don't think it's worth saving, then we can walk.
I mean, that thing took like one bite and like almost broke the whole boat in half. I'm actually surprised it took two.
Well, if Darius thinks we should leave it, then Anna votes we should leave it.
I mean, it's still somewhat good enough to go upriver. We can at least use it for that.
Oh, I have flavor text for you. The gravelly shores of Lake Zarvich are nestled at the foot of the northern Baratok Mountains. This serene and haunting landscape is characterized by rugged terrain, where small, smooth stones form the shoreline that gently slopes into the dark waters of the lake. Towering above the shores, the pine forest stands as a natural barrier, casting long shadows that dance upon the gravel. The presence of the distant mountains lends an aura of mystery and isolation to the scene, as if the land itself is cocooned in the enigmatic atmosphere of Barovia. Okay. Oh, sorry. There is a foreboding encapsulating the eerie charm of the waiting forest.
We could drag the thing once we're a little bit further up if we want to try and use this as like a camping spot, but if this thing's going to be lake worthy again, I don't know, it's going to take some time.
We worry about it when we come back?
Yeah, we can worry about it when we come back.
Alright, so how I handle vehicles and mounts that are left on their own is I roll random encounters for those things. And then based on what random encounters may or may not happen to those things, I make a decision about what happens to them in your absence. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to kind of, explain the meta behind it in case it influenced your decisions.
I'm fine with leaving it here and just walking. I mean, we have Tiernan. He's basically a ranger.
We did have an actual ranger at one point.
Briefly. Okay. Well, so the plan then is to leave the boat here and just walk north through the woods? Or do you want to follow along the shores of the river?
Is the mine along the river?
I will show you your terrible map, and you can decide for yourselves. According to the map that you have, you guys will be here. Do we have a "you are here" thing?
Yeah, we do. It's off this side here.
Okay. So you guys are currently there on the shores. So you could go a little bit further over, take the boat up the river, or you could walk over and follow the river, or you could just head north. That would save you a bit of time because it is circuitous to follow the river. Whereas if you're confident in your survival skills, you could just try to beeline it for what you think is the right direction.
The river is also out in the open, whereas there's trees in that forest, and we don't know.
Yes,
what the
very
fuck's
tall.
Don't know what the fuck's in that forest.
Ancient trees. Now, based on what you think of this map and how it is, it could be anywhere between 3 to 5 miles if you go straight, and then it would be an extra 2 miles if you follow the river.
Leave it up to Tiernan.
All right, Tiernan, make the call.
Only an extra 3 to follow the river? I mean, it's not that much.
Only an extra two to follow the river.
Oh, yeah. I think having a definite path along
Okay.
the river is more worth the 2 extra miles.
All right. So let me roll some checks for you as you guys set out. That means that it is currently, we'll say 2 in the afternoon. You are gonna tie down the ship, or are you gonna beach the ship?
I'd probably tie it down. Unless people really want to use this thing on the return trip. Then we can try and beach it, but otherwise, just tie it down.
All right. Just roll me a blind D20, Darius. Two of them.
Try and remember. I think it's private. 1, 2. Nope, that's not the right one. God damn it. Ninja. Those should be to you, just you.
All right. I am recording those numbers. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So you guys tied on the ship. Do you then spend an hour resting, or do you just head out?
I think we should rest.
I think we use a few resources in that fight. Yeah, probably resting.
Okay. All right. You make it through an hour without any notable encounter.
Alright, I'm gonna spend my maneuver die to heal up. Whoops, still on stupid.
Yeah.
While resting, Shane would go up to Izzy, since she was telling him all about what happened since the 80s.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, can you tell me anything else that may have happened?
Oh, sure. What topic do you want to hear about?
Well, I like to think that hopefully things haven't changed too much, I was just thinking of some of my favorite, celebrities.
Okay, yeah. I spend a lot of time online, so I know my fingers on the pulse of world culture. So pop culture, world culture, all that. Just to me.
Great. So
Yep.
my favorite actor is Mel Gibson.
Okay. Yeah, not surprising. Okay. During the 80s, yeah, I could see that. Sure.
And my favorite athlete was O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't tell me your favorite comedian was Bill Cosby?
Oh, I mean, he's a little too clean cut for me,
Wow. Okay, where should we start? And she proceeds to just wreck you. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe your time with Anastasia has unlocked something in you, but this woman hurts you psychically for hours, explaining to you about the downfall of the patriarchy and the rise of the oligarchy, and just It's wild. Like, it's honestly so crazy, it's hard to believe. Like, the things you're seeing in Barovia are more believable than the stories that this woman is telling you. She has to be fucking with you. But if she is, she's really good at making this stuff up. And Mackenzie's in on it, because Mackenzie keeps, like, jumping in and adding to the conversation.
I mean, it sounds like the 80s was not as fun a time as I thought it is.
She says, I mean, life is your experience in it, right? If it was good for you, then it was good, Shane. But it definitely wasn't good for everyone.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Okay.
And he looks a little sullen, but, you know.
Aw. All right. As you guys could...
While that conversation's happening, Darius is going to approach Anna and kind of be like, what the fuck was that?
What are you talking about?
Igor.
The fish was going to bite Izzy, and I made sure it didn't. I would have done the same for anyone else here.
At that revelation, his eyes kind of widen a little bit.
And I hope you would do the same.
Yeah.
Not everyone can protect themselves here, Darius. I think, and she kind of looks at Mackenzie when she says that. I think you understand that.
Fuck.
Now, I will point out, Tiernan, you have cursed yourself with Odin's sight. So you are aware, unless I tell you you're not aware of something, you're pretty much aware of everything around you. You hear a spider climbing on the glass back in Barovia. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking horrible. You know how everyone's secret farts sound and smell now with your heightened senses. It's just a curse, honestly. So yeah, you would also have been keenly aware of the push. All right.
Interesting.
He's totally unrepentant about it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta watch out for the squad. You know what I'm saying? For the squad.
The world's full of us's and thems.
God, he's so fucking deep. He's just so fucking deep. Ah!
That's also problematic too, but okay.
Listen, as a child of the 80s, I had, at any point in my life, I had a Shane Masters in my friend group, okay? This is the most memorable one I had was Scotty Bowles. Both of Scotty Bowles' parents were police officers. So we got to do anything we wanted, because we were always with, I think it was like the chief and like the sheriff. I don't know. They had like really high-ranking cop jobs. It was, anyways. Yeah, Shane Masters really hits me hard in the nostalgia feels, because like, yeah. Nowadays, I hope no one has a Shane Masters in their life, and if you do, I hope that you and your friend Izzy are trying to help them acclimate to this new world, because if they somehow are still Shane Masters after all this time, wow.
He's got a lot of growth to do.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so as time is playing out, you guys follow Tiernan towards along the coast towards the river, and you begin to no, there we go. You begin to kind of travel into the forest. All right. So with the river on your right and the forest on your left, nature seems to envelop you, and each step forward reveals a tapestry of gloom and natural splendor. The ground beneath your feet is softened a bit by the fallen blanket of needles and muffles your footsteps, creating a sense of serenity in this wilderness. You do hear birds flitting amongst the branches and the rushing of the river to your right. It makes a very nice like white noise machine kind of effect, like maybe lay down and take a nap. I don't know. It is as you follow this river deeper and deeper into the woods that I would require from Tiernan, I'm assuming, a perception check. And while he is perceiving, I would need a survival check from someone else. So I need one survival check and one perception check.
I'm decent at survival. If
Okay.
nobody else is.
God damn.
I
Alright.
ain't got no proficiency, so.
It would be very hard. I will say this: it would be very hard to get lost since you opted to follow the river. So the DC for this check is abysmally low. Okay, Jane. River. You followed it. Fuck yeah.
He's like, I got this.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Since you are doing river, I will not give you forest encounters. Okay. So as you are traveling, Tiernan, your eagle eyes detect a well-maintained hunting trap near the river's edge. You could call out and warn the others, or the others will have to roll a d20, and the highest will step into the trap. Nathan, why is there so much hesitancy? Hello?
I want Gibby's character to step in. No, no, sorry, no.
It sounded like you personally hurt Gibby.
Okay.
No, I'm like, oh.
Now, Anna, you have stepped in one of these traps before, I believe, and it's not a pleasant experience. But do you warn them of the hunting trap?
I say, hey, don't step in that.
Okay. Irene says, "Don't step in. Is there bear poop?"
No, there's a trap right over there. It's a hunting trap. Also, that means keep your eye out for people that may have placed it, because I'm sure they check it at some point. It looks like it was relatively recently placed.
All right, Irenia, your special friend. If archaeologists found your skeletons cuddling together in a single bed, they might call you roommates, if you know what I mean. With her -5 perception to your 29 perception, she stares, squinting, and seeing nothing. She may be honestly as blind as Izzy. Everyone else, once it is pointed out to you, damn. You don't know what he saw. You don't know what he. Yeah.
Around the trap.
Okay.
Just
So
don't
the
believe
trap was cleverly hidden under a bed of pine needles, and it looks like it was in an area where some of the river water would have pooled. Not stagnant, but like a small, like little tributary. No, that's not the right word. Anyways, the water kind of forms like a pool and then continues to rejoin the river. It is near that where animals would be prone to stop to get something to drink that you see this trap, and it is a big one. You imagine that it could probably catch a grizzly bear. If it had grabbed one of you guys, it would have probably taken both of your legs. Do you want to interact with this trap or leave it?
That is a nice big old trap. Although if we brought it, we'd have to fucking carry it. And
Yep.
yeah, so I will. Is there any like maker's mark on it to where I could have any idea of who it might belong to?
Okay. This would be. God, I wish there was an actual crafting check. This would be a tinker tools check, or any skill related to metalworking.
Yeah, that's not great for me.
I mean, you've pointed it out to us, right? I can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Would I have any type of advantage to look at this because he pointed it out, or?
No. But also, there's the issue of trying to get it from underneath the pine needles without triggering it. Yeah.
So would this be intelligence or dex based?
Well, if somebody with sleight of hand were to kind of clear the trap, you would be able to make a better check on it.
You fuck up, you lose that hand.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this is for
Nope.
sure. This is for sure an intelligence-based check.
All right, then I'll just do an intelligence check, just
Okay.
normal. Nothing else to help it.
All right.
Yeah. So rolling it like that doesn't make it secret. Or I don't think it is secret. Never mind.
That's okay. It doesn't need to be secret. Everyone will know if you know or not. You'll know if you know or not. It looks a bit old-fashioned and somewhat primitive. It does look like rather than doing the normal 1d4 damage, it would do 3d4 damage and have a higher DC to escape from. So it does look like it is large and intended for larger game.
Yeah, this thing's kind of vicious, but as far as I can tell, I'm not really seeing a maker mark on it.
I mean, the only people up here are the wild men, right? The fuck are we checking?
It could have been something that indicated a different type of presence. This does seem sort of primitive, I guess.
I mean, we met those wolf hunters a couple days ago, but I don't know if they go this far north.
Alright, I think we just leave it for now.
Okay. All right. I will say that at this point, when you discover it, the sun has set. So you are now in darkness. So do you want to camp, or do you want to try to push on to find the mines?
I think we need to at least move away from the trap in case somebody comes to check it at some point.
Okay. So going like another hour or so, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, for camping, do you want to camp along the river or do you want to move into the woods?
Everything Anna knows about the woods is horrible. She votes for the river.
Alright, that's fine with me.
Okay, so you guys set up a river campsite. So it's camping time. Camping time. Excellent. All right. So I need someone to volunteer as lookout. Preferably someone with a high perception that doesn't like to do anything fun during camping.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we have a volunteer for that. Is there any?
Is there anything that Tierney would like to do during camping?
Nah, I'm fine.
Okay. Otherwise, I would offer to take.
Don't worry, Irene is going to help you. She does not grant advantage to any of the checks for perception.
She actually lowers it by 2.
Yeah. All right. So to make the camp, I need everyone to give me strength, intelligence, or wisdom survival checks. To access the mini game of changing the stat, you hold down Alt or Control, one of those two. I believe it is Alt. Yeah. Even the lookout must participate in this fun minigame. Now, the difficulty is quite high because you're out in the middle of nowhere, so it is going to be a 15. All right. Anna, that was unsuccessful. Shane, unsuccessful. Tiernan, critically unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Daniel.
I rolled 2 though, so was that the first
I
one or
must
the
hit-
second one?
I must hit the wrong one. There
Oh,
we
you
go.
rolled 2? Okay.
Yeah,
I
the first one was
see-
the perception, and then the.
Well, that perception is for later. Yeah. This is for
Okay.
us. This is for actually clearing the site, building it, that kind of thing. All right. Unfortunately, nobody. Daniel, you rolled 2 survivals. Did you mean to roll 2 survivals?
Oh no, I noticed I had a dex check there. I thought I had hit the wrong button, so I just ignored the second roll.
Oh, okay. All right. So unfortunately, there are no successes, which means that this campsite is a shoddy campsite, barely fit for anything. All camp activities are at a DC 15. Okay. Lookout. I need you to give me an intelligence survival to set up your perimeter. Okay, so that will influence your perception check to see if how it goes during the night, which you've already rolled for me, and I've stashed away for later. All right, the other 4, you got camping activities. Darius, what's your camping activity?
Man, looking at how bad this camp is, I'm not gonna do anything spectacular. I'm just gonna rest in solitude.
That is a DC 15 straight wisdom check.
Nope.
You are unable to find any inner peace or relaxation. Okay. Shane Masters, what do you do as your camp activity?
Shane pulls out a set of playing cards. Assuming hopefully he still has those, or he pulled them from the card. We'll figure it out later. But since he's proficient in it, he'd like to play cards with Mackenzie.
Okay. Darius, does it seem like something Mackenzie be down with? She seems down to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
What skill is this?
So you can use, if you're untrained, you can use charisma, intelligence, or dexterity. Though dexterity indicates that you're trying to cheat.
She'll use intelligence.
Okay. And Shane, you may use any of those skills and your proficiency with playing cards. All right. You have bested her, and in doing so, you gain an inspiration.
Sweet.
Okay. Were you guys playing for fun, or were you playing for keeps, as it were?
He would let Mackenzie pick the stakes.
Okay. Darius, I feel like she would be nervous about playing any sort of like not so much playing for money, because that's just silly, because everyone's money is kind of shared. So playing for like, loser has to do the the other person's like camp chores or whatever. Maybe she'd be interested in that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that would fit.
All right. So you guys are playing for chores, essentially.
As he wins, he says, "That was just practice. Don't worry about it."
She says, "No. A deal's a deal. I'll take."
I just don't want to reinforce stereotypes, and it seems to me that might be bad.
Wow. Okay, I kind of see what you're doing there, and I appreciate it, and I see you. But I'll honor my end of the bargain. You're good at cards. Is that like something bikers do a lot in the 80s? Play a lot of cards?
Usually it's pool, but you work with what you have.
Fair. All right. So you guys have a pleasant evening. Anna, what do you get up to?
How you guys doing on inspiration?
I'm at 2 or 3.
I've got 2.
I got 2 now. Yeah.
Daniel just says,
Oh, Daniel is maxed on DM inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Okay, well, in that case, she goes and tries to tell Tiernan the story since he gets to do nothing fun.
Okay. Yeah, I think Tiernan's got a high enough perception that he could handle a bit of a distraction. So yeah. So go ahead and give me the performance check. Is that what you're going to use for it, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you ace it, 20 out of 15. Good stuff. Is there a general gist to this particular story, or?
It's just one of her wonderful fables, and I will send it to Tiernan in DMs.
Oh, nice. All And finally, Daniel, what do you get up to?
All right, Daniel's gonna cook.
Okay. All right.
He's gonna see if anyone's got any cooking utensils, and
Okay.
maybe he did some fishing before they went into the woods, and he'll cook a hot meal.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna be cooking a hot meal. Excellent. You cook a hot meal for everyone using one ration or ration substitute per person. If cooked successfully, anyone who eats the hot meal regains 1 spent hit die, which is pretty good. All right. So, if you do not have the cooks, do you have proficiency in cook's tools?
Yes, via chef's feat.
Beautiful. Okay, so give me a roll with that. Generally, cooking is intelligence based. So do cooking intelligence.
I do it right.
You did do it right. However, with the conditions, it's not great. You got an 11 out of 15.
All right. Can I use a sonic energy die? I can use that to add a D8 to anything I'm skilled in.
All right, go for it.
Just. Oh, never mind.
Oof. Okay, so yeah, things are going not great. There's like fat, heavy rain that kind of settles in, and you don't have the canopy of the trees. No one was able to get the tents to stand up in the kind of gravelly shores of the river. Everything's out in the open. Everything's exposed. The fish that were caught were mostly bones. Like nothing is optimal about your conditions. You know that if you were in a kitchen, you would have done a passable job making dinner, but here it's fallen flat. So you enter your BBC Sherlock mind palace and try to analyze every aspect of the dish and figure out the best way through it, and that doesn't go well either. In the end, it is not great. No one can really stomach it. There's a lot of fish bones, a couple of scales made it in there. It's gross. So.
It's delicious, Daniel.
Oh my god! Give me a deception check right now. Anyone that ate that food is gonna know that's not true.
Does that beat my passive 17?
Yes, actually, everyone except Tiernan thinks that Anna actually likes fishbone gruel.
Anna, you can have mine.
I feel less bad now.
Yeah. Izzy whispers to you, Tiernan, and says, "That woman will eat anything."
Maybe it's a Barovian thing. Maybe they have different taste buds.
I don't know. I feel bad for Daniel. I think he was trying real hard, but it's terrible. So you do need to mark off 8 rations that were just wasted in the attempt. So from group supplies or wherever you guys are tracking that.
Oh, that was most of my food.
Let's not throw the word food around too lightly.
Now remember, as you guys are getting stronger and able to handle, random encounters and stuff like that more, you may consider traveling at half speed so that you could do more things out in the world, right? Like harvesting and hunting and looking for specific types of monsters that you might be after, exploration activities, as it were. But so far, none of the 3 groups have wanted to do that because half speed means double chance of encounters. So I haven't been considering that for any of the calculations. But if you guys are ever like, we're ready to start doing exploration activities, let me know, and that'll factor into those calculations.
I mean, it's good that you brought it up now because we know that there's supposed to be wolfsbane around the mine, so may as well do that when we're going up there.
Right, and in these northern lands, there are where you are, the werewolves are further west, but there could be a chance of finding werewolves here. It's just not an increased chance. Increased chance means I roll. If I roll an encounter, I check I check 2 encounters, and if one of them is the right one for that region, then that one gets used instead.
I guess priority.
So, yeah, it gets priority. Yep. All right. So I'm generating your encounters for the evening. It is a 15 or higher on a d20 now that you are out in the woods. All right. All right, let's see what you guys get up to. Okay.
And for the shore of the river, it's 15.
Yes, anything that's not a road.
Ah.
Yep. That's why they say stay on the road, Arisen. Yeah. They say it a lot. They say it so fucking much. Anyways.
Never
Wolves
get off the
hunting.
boat.
Yeah.
Wolves
Can't
hunting
Tis
pack
said
arisen.
quite often.
Yeah. Can't hurt me anymore.
Oh.
Wolves don't like
So-
fire arisen.
All right. So, Kiernan, 2 hours in, everyone is sleeping and farting. Your spider senses will not allow you to unhear the sounds. The gurgles of their tummies, having eaten the disgusting dinner, and then snuck rations when Daniel wasn't looking. Everything is playing out, and you hear, with your incredible senses, the arguing voices of 4 people speaking a language you do not understand. The voices are gruff, and they sound similar. Give me a history check.
This is not great.
Okay. They sound similar to the berserkers that you have encountered during your journeys.
Oh,
You believe that they are speaking Druidic or some similar language. With your keen senses, you identify 4 different voices. I just gotta say, Tiernan, bravo, right? Like, because you might be keeping this whole group alive now that you guys are leaving the road. Just saying.
the goal.
So-
I will quietly, like, I'll start off by doing like hand motions, but I'm assuming that Irina won't have any idea what that means.
Yeah, no,
So then-
Irina is 100% asleep. Her
Oh,
idea
okay, I
of
thought this was-
her idea of helping you with watch is some heavy petting over the clothing and then falling asleep. So
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So I will do my best to not. Do the voices sound like they're moving, or are they just like stationary?
let's see. They sound like they are nearby in the woods having a conversation. You would say that they're only about 30 feet away from the party.
Really wish I knew Druidic. I will start sneaking over to everybody and like hand on the mouth, waking them up. And then like blips straight to their ear, telling them that there's 4 probably berserkers nearby.
All right, I'll take you over to this here map. And let's see. We'll add some fat rain. We'll make it dark. Question about campfire situation. Did you try to tend a campfire? I'm assuming with this shit ass campsite, probably
With
not.
the rain and the shit ass campsite, yeah, no, the campfire's gone.
Okay, so it's gonna be very dark. All right. All right. There'll be a little bit of moonlight, little bit. There we
Since I was on watch, can we say that I already had one of my night sight eye drops applied?
go. What's the duration on them?
I think quite a while. Let me double check.
Because you would need it for a full 8-hour run.
Yes, they are for 8 hours.
Okay, then yeah, that would make sense for you to do that.
Also, yeah, from now on, whenever I'm on watch, let's just assume that that's done already. I'll make sure to.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense if you had an 8-hour application
Yeah,
of that.
to not
Not
use
use it
during
for
the
the
night.
8 hours. It would be the most important. I agree. Okay. So I do need you to give me a stealth check as you kind of move to warn the party, because that may or may not tip these individuals off that
Yeah.
something.
Oh, we have
All right,
spells you can use
so
on.
technically, armor would be unequipped at this point, correct? Since of
Yes.
sleeping rules.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not at disadvantage.
Okay.
You can use a fan spell if you want.
I'll save the fan spell and I'll just
We
use a
got
straight
14.
inspiration. Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
everybody can use a fan spell. I already
Hmm.
got 2 inspirations, so I might as well use mine first.
All right.
So Tiernan, I'll also show you where they are. They're kind of here at the edge of the woods.
Okay, so yeah, I will inspiration stealth roll.
Okay. Ooh, all right. So they have no idea that you are kind of subtly, slowly moving and sort of whispering to wake people up. Who would you wake up first?
It's a great question. I would wake up
I asked.
Irenia last.
Fair, smart. Okay.
Probably first would either be Anna or Darius, but I'm honestly not sure which one. So, odds Darius and evens Anna.
Okay.
All right, Anna it is.
All right. Anna, as you are woken, I need you to give me a stealth check. Okay. Let's see. All right, that is enough. They don't notice that you have been awoken, Anna.
What's going on?
Group of probably 4 berserkers, not too far from the campsite, maybe just 30 feet.
You will move to go wake other people up.
Okay. Let's see. Tiernan, you do see them getting closer. It is likely that they're going to start noticing people moving around. You could probably wake one more person before I roll into initiative.
We're gonna wake up Darius.
Darius? Okay. All right.
And
so-
then I suppose, like, when they're getting very close, where they're definitely gonna notice something, then I'll just shout to wake people up.
all right.
Rather than, like, walk to wake people up.
Mm-mm-mm. All right. So, this I don't want to go full Celeste on everybody, but it is really dark, and I don't think that the darkness would impose disadvantage like Celeste say it do, because there is enough moonlight to kind of see where everybody is. But this is considered dim light, so if you do not have dark vision or something better than dark vision, you would be at disadvantage to any perception checks. These guys are out doing a little bit of night hunting, and we're fortunate enough to stumble upon your camp. So let's roll some initiative. Ooh, they ain't doing great on those initiatives. You might be able to get everybody up. It is an action to wake a sleeping ally. All right. So it looks like I can see Izzy out of here. We'll get Mackenzie out of here. All right. Anna, you're up first.
He would wake Mackenzie up. She's right there.
All right.
And then she will summon Dana.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move.
Could you imagine waking up to a surprise round against 4 berserkers? Oh.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Oh.
Thank God for turning.
Yeah, no, there's a reason I went super heavy on perception.
Actually, I'm going to sacrifice that movement. I'm just going to bolster Tiernan.
Okay.
And then she'll pass to Darius.
All right. Darius, you're up.
Actually gonna do Mackenzie's turn first, and
Okay.
she's going to kind of scramble backwards.
Okay. Is she still benefiting from total confidence? I think so, right?
I think so. It's until
Yeah,
you
all right, sweet,
fail,
sweet.
right? Yeah.
It's until you fail or critically succeed at something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess she still has it. That means it
Okay.
can go for multiple days if you're not failing, huh? Okay. Yeah, she's going to kind of move back. She will she'll move this way and use her action to wake up Izzy.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it for her. Darius will kind of move up front. I guess just look in the direction of these guys and be like, what do you want? Not looking for a fight, but if you want one, then we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, as your words are unscrambled by the mist, the berserker up front switches to quote-unquote common and says, you walk before we could strike. That will make the battle even more enjoyable. And then he like licks his axe blade, just like.
Okay, that was not the image I had when you did that.
Oh yeah. Like he's doing cunnilingus on his axe. You know what I mean? He's getting all the notches, all that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, then Darius will take.
We'll give this guy a different mini just because he's so hardcore. There we go. Yeah.
Nice. Actually, Darius is he's not gonna take a step back. He's gonna stay where he is because Irene is still there. He'll use his action to dodge. And that's it for right now. I'll pass it to Tiernan because he's the only other one that's awake.
Excellent.
All right.
So Izzy, having been woken up,
Okay.
will use her action to just kick Shane Masters in the face. No, to to wake up Shane because that's who she's right next to.
All right.
Do the other guys look as anxious for a fight as Mr. X Man?
From what you can tell, yes. And from what you've learned of berserkers, these are Kavani who have given in to the spirit of rage and violence.
Yeah, I was super surprised we were able to make it past that last one without fighting. So I didn't think they were gonna make 4 of them at the same time and not have to fight.
Yeah, they're definitely feeding off of each other's. I don't want to say rage because that's a mechanic, but their battle lust. Yeah.
Well, it's only one of them last time and like 10 of us.
Yeah. Still surprised.
Also, yeah, you guys were asleep. This was going to be an easy slaughter, as far as I could tell. So.
Shit. I will move over to here, and can I wake and like can I grapple Irenia and move her over behind me? And would doing that wake her?
You could, yeah, grappling somebody and moving them would probably wake them. Yeah, because she's not magically asleep. So yeah.
Perfect. That'll be what I do then.
Okay.
Because I don't have any fucking armor on.
Okay. All right. So you wake her up and you move her behind you.
Yes.
All right. She wakes with a start. Sees you.
Oh, I moved. I'm over here now.
Okay. She wakes with a start. Sees that
perfect.
you are picking her up and is like, "Oh, Tiernan." And then when she sees everyone's around, she's Tiernan. And then she probably doesn't see these guys with a low perception, but gets the gist that a fight is happening. All right. Who do you pass to?
I'll pass to Daniel so that he can. Well, wait. So
if you pass to Daniel, if you pass to Daniel, Daniel can use his action this turn to wake up.
Okay. I will do that then.
All right. So Daniel, it's loud. Everyone's moving around. There's people shouting. You wake up. But that would be kind of You'd have your bonus action still, and you would have your movement.
Also,
Like
correction,
in the
shoes. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying it's be like the last guy picked him dodgeball.
Aw. Okay.
He'll be like, holy shit, and he will bonus action dodge.
Okay.
Maybe back up a little bit. And that's what he's got. Who is left?
I have not gone.
All right, go ahead.
So Shane will obviously he was woken up, but I guess he'll stand up if that hasn't happened. And he will, I guess, barely see the four guys. He has quick draw, so his rifle is already drawn, and he's just gonna shoot twice at disadvantage.
Okay.
I will shoot at guy in the front, I guess. This guy.
Narcissistic berserker.
Yeah, and these are disadvantage.
Oh, it doesn't have hovered by anybody. Hold on, let me turn that on. There you go. Now you can call out their names and such.
Ah, perfect.
Yep.
Actually, I was gonna ask, since it's pretty much darkness for all of us,
Yeah.
including them too, would it be a disadvantage or just a straight roll? Jesus Christ!
Sleepy boy. I discussed at the very beginning of the fight that this ain't Celasta, so technically you don't have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you do have disadvantage on perception that involves sight.
Okay.
Then well, it's still a 14. I don't have advantage, so still a 14.
Yeah.
If that hit, I will faxpo that.
14 does hit.
Sweet.
All right. He is blasted for 27 points of damage.
Shot 2 coming up.
Max damage on a hunting rifle.
Jesus.
Holy shit!
Ah!
Yeah,
All
I
right.
killed 19, so yeah.
All right, so that is 31 points of damage, which is not enough to cause an injury on its own, but as a critical hit, it does cause an injury. Disfigured. So you just blast half his fucking face is just gone. Just gone. All right. And he is bloodied.
Oh shit. Yeah. This feels pretty cool. I don't think I have.
What's it feel like to do damage in a fight?
I know.
Oh.
Hey, to be fair, I hit that fish like 3 fucking times. I just missed 3.
He also
fucking
missed
times.
3 times.
Exactly. I think for color.
Oh, that will trigger his
Oh yeah, he gets
Nope.
his run forward thing, right?
Well, it says when first bloodied, it can make a melee attack against a creature within range as reaction, which no one is within range.
No, do it. He fucking hits one of his own people. He's so jonesing for a fight.
He has half a face.
It says he can make it. He's not going to do that. However, while bloodied, he does have advantage against being charmed, frightened, knocked prone, and stunned. However, he is dealing with weakness. Running is for cowards. Okay. But this only affects him if he's managed to hit you. If the Berserker hits a creature with a melee attack roll, they then have to make wisdom saving throws to try to retreat. So you might scare him off before he even gets a chance. Holy shit. Alright, anything else from Shane Masters?
Yeah, he's gonna scoot back about 20 feet.
Okay. Alright, Narcissistic Berserker is gonna steal. He is going to make a wisdom saving throw to try to run away. Even though, I guess his weakness doesn't kick in, I can let him decide. I feel like if you have half your face blown off and nearly die in 6 seconds.
And that's the first thing they see us do.
Yeah. Alright, he is going to yell to the others, retreat! And he's going to run away into the woods.
Awesome.
And he is going to pass to the other three, who, since none of them have actually hit anyone in combat, are not forced to stay and fight per their weakness. Alright, so they all fuck off.
Wait, Cavani.
Oh, now we're gonna.
I mean, I was asking what I was talking to him earlier.
How'd you like the gift, bitch? Like,
So they run off into the woods. The woods are, as discussed previously a couple times, very thick, with trees and underbrush. And with the disadvantage to vision and all that, they disappear hastily. They pass to Irenia. Irenia says, "All right, well, point them out to me, Turnan. I will take care of them."
well,
And she's
Actually-
looking over here. Yeah, she's like looking over here right now.
I
And then Izzy's like, no, sit over here. And then Irenia turns and aims
hands-
right at Shane Masters.
Whoa, Buttercup!
and just nod. No, I reach out, I hand on each of their shoulders and adjust them to face the correct direction.
Yeah, they're both at like -11 perception right now with the disadvantage as their passives. So okay,
So yeah, hand on each shoulder, face in the right direction, and I say, "But don't worry, they're leaving." On account of Shane blowing off one of their faces.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Before we go to round 2, do you want to pursue them into the dark forest at night?
Nope.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
that seems like a great plan.
Okay.
No,
Alright.
no, we're not
Okay.
doing that.
Congratulations, you have defeated this encounter.
I solved your berserker puzzle.
Yeah.
It turns out guns were the answer. I guess America has figured out.
Yeah. Holy shitballs.
Nice shot.
Yeah, well, if anything was sleeping nearby, it's certainly awake now.
That is true.
Yeah. But, I mean, if those guys are just running off into the darkness, maybe they'll listen for them instead of us.
Yeah. Now they'll know not to mess with the Walking Dead, right?
I was actually hoping to beat one of them up and then ask them any questions, but oh well.
Maybe they'll go back to their people and warn them of the people with the boomsticks.
When you say ask them some questions, Izzy gets really excited. She starts snapping her fingers real fast, and she says, "Oh, that's some good news." Okay, where is he? Shane, did
Yes.
you? How do you feel about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, Conan was great.
Okay, what if I told you he's the governor of California, and he fessed up to all of his like problematic behavior and toxic masculinity throughout his life, and has become like one of the best people, despite being a Republican, we have left in America.
The Terminator is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
I
that's
don't.
great.
I want to keep it on a good note. They made a second Terminator, and it made people cry. It was so good.
Oh, that's great.
She whispers you to me.
Daniel shook his head. No, they kept making them.
No. I was gonna leave that part out, so you can go to bed with some good news.
He has to know.
He could have known in the morning.
Well, don't tell them that they also made a TV show, but. Okay. Anyways,
Is everything okay
good job.
with Stallone, at least.
Yes. Mackenzie
Yeah.
says that was some good shooting, Shane Masters.
Thank you. And he tips his imaginary hat.
Does there anybody actually think they could sleep after that?
Probably
Anna
not.
could.
Yeah, Irenia's like already asleep. She's just like.
Maybe after an
All right.
hour of just seeing if anything pops up, returns, and then Darius will go back to sleep.
Okay. Well, okay. Interesting.
Shane is just full of himself.
Right. All right. So 3 hours later, Tiernan, you hear the howling before the others do. It's wolves.
All right. Smoldering. Far away, close by, howling in like, hey, we've spotted some people, let's eat them. Howling in like, hey,
That's
we've
yeah,
spotted people that are
definitely.
real scary, we should run away.
That's definitely the vibe. Is let's check out these people.
All right, Tiernan will sigh heavily and then start waking people up again, same order.
Okay.
Man, I'm asleep still.
All right, it seems to be 6 because wolves travel in packs arisen. So as they arrive on the scene, they kind of fan out like, yeah, wolf pack, yeah, woo baby. They are scenting the air, and they give pause. Oh, there's 6. My bad. Gloomy, what are you doing? All right. They look like they want to rush in, but something is giving them pause.
Is it the fact that half of us smell like werewolves?
You may each take 1 action, and depending on what you do, that will determine if the wolves try to roll into combat or not.
I
let's
use
just
my
start-
action to say, wolves ill like fire arisen.
Okay, all right. Irina uses her action to keep sleeping. Anna, what do you use your action for?
He'll yell out to them and say, "Come out. Come meet with us."
Okay. Darius, what do you do?
I mean, Darius will go towards the front as he usually does, and he'll lift up his shirt and show the wolf bite marks
Okay.
towards them. We've already been bit by you guys. I don't know what you're coming after us for.
Okay. So you're also talking to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Tiernan did his. Mackenzie.
If she's able to do something, she'll light a torch.
Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, they kind of shy back a little bit from the torch. All right. Izzy.
I mean, honestly, Izzy just moved back.
Okay. Izzy says, maybe they're just regular wolves.
Yeah, I think there might be.
That there are still regular wolves, right? Not all the wolves can be werewolves, right?
Wait, did you miss that part? Izzy,
Damn.
every animal here is a were animal.
It's furry land. Daniel, to you.
He's gonna stand next to Chain Masters, United Front.
Okay.
Make us look bigger.
That role play. Oof, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Shane Masters, what do you do with your one
That
action?
hunting rifle is drawn,
Okay.
and he's like, if they're wolves, perhaps a warning shot will suffice. And without, and by warning shot, he means right in the face.
And I'm assuming before you smoldered for 3 hours, you
Reloaded.
you reloaded. You had somebody kind of like shelter you from the rain. You got the packets out.
Yeah, he would have had
reloaded.
Mackenzie.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
'Cause she has to do that because she lost cards.
Mm.
We got
And
another party neighbor named Reed. He also did the warning shot.
he look at Darius as the only one he can really make eye contact with without not looking at the wolves.
Yeah.
And kind of not ask for permission, but kind of get, should I shoot them? Kind of, you know.
You're looking for a bro nod. I
Yeah.
got you. All right, Darius, do you deliver a bro nod, or do you do a head shake?
I'm gonna roll evens and odds because
Oh
I think he's on the line of, do I want these things to keep bothering us while we're trying to sleep or not?
All right, I'm gonna write this down because I too have been staying up too late playing Baldur's Gate. So if I find myself too tired to think, I will just bring a D20 with me everywhere I go. My boss at work, my boss will be like, "Yeah, did you finish the website update?" And I'll just be like, "On an odd, I say yes. On an even, I say no." So
On an odd, yes, shoot them. Even, no.
okay, let's see. Darius is played by.
Bang, 2 shots.
All right.
And
Are you shooting to kill or to scare?
I will say, because he has 2, this is to drive them off. So he's going to take
Okay.
1 shot at Spiteful and 1 shot
Okay.
at Slick, since they're kind of.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
So let's see. First shot at Spiteful. 17.
All right. 17. It is fucked up. It takes an injury, which means it will likely be eaten by the other wolves. Yep, permanently deafened. Okay.
And then immediately he turns to the Slick and fires.
Okay.
Ooh. I will fax about that if needed.
You will need to.
Is that a D6?
It's a D8 now.
D8.
Okay. That is going to hit for 14 damage. It also takes an injury. Heavy bleeding. Oh my god. Well, they don't have any medical facilities. This wolf will also be eaten by its friends and family. That is more than enough. They fuck off. They're regular ass CR 1/4 wolves. So they definitely are going to leave. This was one of those meat, and then they're like, wait, something ain't right, and then it's like bam bam, and then they're like, nope. So that's it for them. Do you want to pursue them into the dark forest at night?
Anyone hungry for wolf?
No, what kind of question is that?
Well,
Like literally the only meat you get to eat half the time.
Yeah. I also feel like I missed an opportunity to say hungry like the wolf.
You did.
Yeah. This moment's gone now.
All right, so they're like, nope.
It's still there in the background.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would still hear wolves hunting at night, sort of thing,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm just commenting on the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys try to talk Shane out of his big head in the morning.
Theirs is just gonna give a nod to Shane, and then just walk back. With Tiernan's stupid high perception, he would notice that Darius is slightly shaking a little bit.
Hmm.
He gets over it a little bit after a while.
Tiernan notices, but doesn't like call him out or anything.
Do we try
Alright.
and sleep again?
Yeah, you've only been camping for about 5 hours, so you would still need sleep.
Back to sleep.
All right. I mean, you guys will run. You gotta run out of hours at night for encounters eventually. So.
Barovia's gotta run out of monsters eventually.
Well, big no on that one, but
I can only dream. But yeah, Mackenzie will extinguish her torch.
If you want to help me reload first, maybe. He's asking.
are you asking who, Mackenzie?
Oh, Mackenzie again. Yeah.
She sighs dramatically, but she will assist you as
It's-
per the agreement.
Easier with the torch, of course.
Mm-mm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you guys get situated again. You reload so that you'll have dry bullets ready to go. You cover the gun up, so, kind of cover it from the rain, and everybody tries to go back to sleep again. All right. So, I'm so sorry. It's just a very busy night. All right. 2 hours later, Tiernan. A man, a singular man, approaches. He is in possession of a spear and a shield, but despite the cold environs, he is just wearing He-Man underpants, so just fur underpants and fur-lined boots. Give me a history check. You gain no useful information from that. However, he calls out to you from the dark, and he says, in quote-unquote common, and he says, sort of stage whispering, "Is that a camp I spy?"
Do we have a token or an art for this individual?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Would this determine how you react to them? A bit shallow. No, I'm just kidding. Here you go.
I base half my interactions.
Oh, so it's just it's just leave Helmtor.
It is. Can I help you?
Good thing Reed isn't alive.
He says, "I am lost in the woods, and I am wondering if you know where we are. Might I approach?" I assume by now the torch is back out too. So.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you prefer, we can speak away from your allies.
I'll walk over to the edge of the group like this.
Okay.
Uh,
A trusting fool, I see. You're lucky that death is not my intent this night.
well, I wasn't going to walk off into the woods with you.
Who am I speaking with?
I am Tiernan of the adventuring party, The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. A powerful and intimidating name for a group of mercenaries.
And unfortunately, a fairly apt description.
A literal description. You are zombies, then?
No, we've just had several of our members die.
Ah, this is the way of things.
Seems,
Barovia is a dark land.
yeah, seems to come with the territory. You asked about where you are. We're in the north, next to... Do we know the name of this river?
This particular one, you do not.
Next to a river in Kavani territory mostly, and near the Baratok Mountains.
Hmm. So I'm still near the mountains then. I suppose that's good.
Were you looking for something in particular?
I'm seeking death, I suppose. I have been infected with the spirit of rage and madness. My people, the Kavani of the North Mountains, have cast me out. I am to walk the path of the Berserker until I die in combat.
What were you cast out for?
There was a fight. We were ambushed by giants. I nearly died, but I called upon the ancient spirits of Delmore for strength, and my prayers were answered. The spirit of rage and madness entered my heart, and slowly it will consume me until all that there is left is a thirst for violence and death.
So this is how the Berserkers are made, then?
Most frequently, yes. A shortcut to power that lies tantalizingly within easy grasp of any Kavani warrior.
I didn't realize that the Berserkers were cast out of the Kavani. I thought that you were all part of the same.
No, that would be foolish. To keep such murderous, bloodlusting brutes amongst our women and our children and our more effeminate men who fill the duties of women in many ways except giving birth.
Now, how do the Berserkers not just fight each other, then?
It is interesting that you should ask. It is like the wolves that hunt. They turn on each other when they sense sickness or disease or weakness. But they know that more hunting, more killing can be done as a pack.
And do you wish to join these individuals, or do you wish to end your curse, so to speak, before it gets to that point?
I don't know. I've mostly been feeling sorry for myself. Very morose times, wandering.
And there's no way to stop this curse, this sickness.
Well, I was briefly dating the tribe's medicine woman, and she did tell me that the spirit of rage and madness could be appeased at the Amber Temple. In fact, the southern tribes, they will often send their young on a pilgrimage to the temple. They are a much more fearsome and bloodthirsty tribe than the northern one. They have also allied with giants and, according to legends, laid with them to make hideous ogres.
Biologically, I'm not sure that would work, but we are in
Well,
a very strange realm.
Stories are stories, I suppose. No, I was just, I'll be honest, a bit lonely. Like, the urge to kill you all in your sleep is there, but it's not all-consuming.
That's nice. How long does this
Urge
urge
to
normally take
Share
before
a
it...
campfire and some mead, some warm meat. feel that pole a bit stronger.
We did a pretty shit job at setting up camp this time.
I don't know. He looks past you. No deception check on Earth, besides maybe Anna, could make you think that you did a good job with this camp. It's fucking terrible. So you're all here.
That part's true. That we didn't lose anyone.
And you're not in the river.
Also
except-
true.
Except for that girl right there. I don't know why she's sleeping in the river.
Yeah, she's a strange one, but it's like a waterbed almost.
I see. I understand if you don't want to take the risk. It was good to talk, though.
How long does it normally take before when one inflicted by this curse is consumed by it?
I don't know, honestly. For as long as I've been alive, those who give in to the curse willingly leave, or are stuffed out quickly enough and banished. There's still enough honor left in them that they do not turn on their friends and family. But legends say that those who let the spirit in would wake in the middle of the night, the blood and flesh and entrails of their children and wives dripping from their fat fingers as they tore them apart in a rage-filled, sleepwalking massacre.
See, now I've heard similar tales from our world, except they have to do with werewolves and vampires. And
Ugh,
it's
werewolves.
strange here that in a place where there are werewolves and vampires, this is instead spoken of the berserkers.
Delmore, or Barovia, as you lot would probably call it, is no shortage of evils. The spirit of rage and madness has been here since even before that pompous Dark Lord put the whole realm to shit.
Yeah, he does seem to be doing a monumentally terrible job.
But werewolves have always been a concern, and another temptation for power. Some of the giants to the south even have a form of lycanthropy of their own. They turn into massive white-furred bears, 25 feet tall.
Sounds way cooler.
It depends on if you're into wolves or bears, I guess.
How familiar are you with this area? I mean, in general. I know you said in particular right now you were lost.
I've lived here my whole life, but I'll be honest, I didn't do well in my studies of wilderness survival.
Are you familiar with the mines? The old silver mines?
Yes.
That's where we're headed, actually. I think we've talked long enough. I can offer you a few options, I suppose. Option number one, you could camp with us for the rest of the night, and then we part ways in the morning. Option number two, I can show you our map right now and show you how to get to the Amber Temple. I'm not sure if it's a long way. I don't know if you'll make it in time.
Well,
But if that's what
if I die on the way, then I'll have fulfilled my end of the bargain.
And then option number three is you could tag along with us, at least for a while, until you start to feel like you might not be able to control it any longer. We might have to take precautions, particularly at night, but
Precautions at night? What do you mean by that?
this goes back to us waking up to find out we've been murdered by you in our sleep.
I see. You would want to tie me up at night.
Or something of the sort.
This is a terrible map.
It is. It really is. But everyone we talk to, no one knows where to find a better one.
Okay. I think I have the right of it here. Yeah.
The "you are here" spot. That's not where we actually are right now.
Oh.
We
so
forgot to move it.
Yeah, you'd actually be like right about here if you've been following the river. There we go. He says, I haven't made much progress at all. My village is over here, nestled in these mountains.
Well, it's easy to get lost in woods like this.
But now that I see the river, look, I could follow it south, then go along the lake shore, cross the river here, follow it around, follow the river down into this Berez area.
I have heard that Berez is very dangerous. Just something to
He
keep in
shrugs.
mind.
He shrugs like a dude that's like, everyone wants me to die.
And Argynvost is not too far off from there. There's some sort of undead thing going on there, I think.
So where's this Amber Temple, though?
It is in the... We have it marked on our map as Thought's Master, but...
That's a strange name for it. So if I go to here, it looks like it's going to get dicey. I won't have the river to guide me anymore.
Well, you could follow the river to that lake, and then follow the lake around to that other river, and follow the river all the way down to where, well, I'm assuming actually probably up,
All right.
where it starts, and then cut across the mountain.
This is a journey of several months, it looks like.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. I don't know how long.
You know that it would
get
be
there.
several days, maybe over a week, but it would certainly not be several months. But he has apparently no idea how to read a map.
If he gets this lost again, it would definitely be.
So I just follow the water until here, and then I guess I just hope that the ancestors guide me the rest of the way.
You might also run into some of that southern tribe down there, and they might be able to help you in the right direction.
Perhaps.
Whether by asking them or by following them.
You see. Well, you've been very helpful to me, and it is appreciated.
Well, we were attacked twice during the night and drove them off, and I was just glad we didn't have to do it again.
Drove them off twice. Truly, you must be mighty warriors.
We just have a very loud gun, but yes, that too.
Gun, you say?
I mean, if you're looking for those, you could head over to Krezk. I hear they're not super welcoming at the moment, though. You said that your village was up there on this is werewolf territory, is it not? Your village isn't more towards Kavani?
Our territory, our village is at the very edge of the Kavani's territory and what has been claimed by the werewolves. But all of Delmore was once the property, the homeland of my peoples, my ancestors.
Yes. We were actually hoping to acquire the help of some Kavani in a
For what purpose?
venture. The betrayers of your kind, the druids,
You speak of the faithless.
Yes, at the
You are
Yester
enemies
Hill.
of the faithless, then.
We are indeed.
Is that why you have that hideous staff?
I killed one of their druids and took it from her. I seek to destroy it, but I think it would be of more effect if I destroyed it at the Goliath tree itself.
Truly, you seek the end of the Gothias tree.
That's,
Perhaps this would be a noble quest for me to go on. I could journey with you, help you, die protecting you, and end this curse upon myself in the most honorable way possible.
it would be very noble. That is true.
And judging from the shapely forms of your companions, I might find the journey enjoyable.
The curly-haired one there, next to the large man missing the hand. She likes him, I think, but he views her as like a sister sort of figure.
I see.
Let's see. The curly black-haired one over there. She is blind, but I'm not sure she's really looking.
So she's a seer then.
Honestly, sometimes it feels like it.
All right.
I'm not sure she's really looking. The red-headed one, she is with me. The other one there, she is frightfully scary. She is absolutely terrifying. If that's something you're into, by all means.
What of this small boy?
I don't think he's got anything going for him right now. He was in prison for a while.
As in prison before he even completed his rites of manhood.
I'm not sure where he falls on the rights of manhood completion scale.
Yeah, I see.
The other one, the very pretty one over there next to him.
He does have splendid hair, that one.
Indeed. And
that is his father, then.
Piercing eyes. No, actually, he is much older, technically, sort of, but no, I don't believe they're related. No.
I see. Well, if truly you seek the Gothias tree's destruction, if you are willing to take the risk on me, I would gladly journey with you to see it put to an end.
If you're willing to put up with any precautions we need to take to make sure that your curse is contained, then I am more than willing to have you.
Excellent.
I should probably...
But why then did you ask about the mines, if your intention is the Gothias tree of the south? Are you too lost, friend?
No. We seek to rid some of our party of the potential for the curse of lycanthropy. And to do so, we need silver.
I feel that there's a double standard here. You're going to take precautions against me, yet your possible werewolf allies are just left to wallow in the river and sort of just be wherever.
Am
I to assume that the tiny one is the werewolf, and that is why you're not frightened?
He is, as far as I know, not, actually. But the change has not yet happened.
I see. You have a bit of time, then, before the move.
Yes. I am quite nervous about it, however.
Interesting.
So, I think that if we get to that,
then.
Yes.
My ex, the
medicine woman.
The medicine woman, yes. She knows of such a cure.
Interesting. We've
but
heard.
I could not enter the village with you. But I suppose if we travel for a bit and I see your true intentions, I might be able to take you there.
That sounds fantastic. We need to talk to some, as I previously said, we need to talk to some Kavani anyway.
All right. So you're seeking the silver mine for the pure silver, hoping that will expel.
There should be wolfsbane there as well.
Ah, yes. All right. But after that, and then we go talk to the village, and then we go to the Gothias tree.
I'm not sure if we plan to go immediately directly. I think we want to gather some more allies first. But yes, that is the one of the destinations.
All right.
I mean, OOC, we were going to see if we can convince the Gavani to help us go after Gothias tree, so that kind of all goes together.
Yeah. I wasn't sure on what the timing we were planning on was, though.
I mean, I was going to suggest maybe take a day to see if we can locate any Kavani, since we were already up here. And then if we don't find anyone, then we just head down and do what we can. But I mean, it seems like fortune's been on our side
Yeah,
so far.
now we have a village. Yeah.
Tell me, friend, what's your name?
I am known as Grace.
I wasn't sure if that was like your tribe.
It's a
Because
very
they have
popular name amongst the Kavani. It's a bit awkward. There's many Grace, but I've been told I'm the best Grace.
Just the way it's written on your token, Couraeous Berserker, I thought maybe it was some sort of adjective.
Oh no, Grace is my name. Berserker, I
Berserker is
suppose, is
your
my profession.
aspiration.
No, I certainly would prefer Couraeous lover, friend,
That's very nice.
dog owner.
Well, maybe
they
we
weren't
can help
wolves.
you with that.
I gave my dog to my ex because I didn't want to wake up with its entrails dripping from my fingers.
I own 6 wolves. They were around here
What?
earlier.
Oh. All right. Yeah, if you're willing to have him, he'll stick around for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the rest of the night passes.
I will like wake up Anna and tell her about this guy joining, so she doesn't like wake up and then try to kill him or something. But...
Thank you, Tiernan. It's like you could read my mind.
All right. So as you wake everybody up, there is a new person that Tiernan found in the night.
Shane hits Daniel and goes, dude, naked guy.
No way, we got a He-Man.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've established that Izzy and Mackenzie are a little thirsty after all this time here in Barovia. Shane Masters.
Damn it.
You seem to be Woody tossed in the trash can. They don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, Buzz, master of the universe.
All right, because this was not a sanctuary and not a true long rest, you do not get well rested. You do not, get any of the benefits of a long rest. You do get a short rest benefit if you still needed it, though, as you complete your camp.
Here's a new guy.
The rain begins to let up. All right. He goes around introducing himself to everyone. He is about 7 feet tall. He is wearing fur-lined boots and fur underpants. He has a wooden shield and he has a spear. It seems to be his only belongings, except for a talisman he wears around his neck. The talisman is many beautiful stones and pieces of bone that are woven together with hemp. It seems to be a very nice man. I almost said magic item. It seems to be a very nice art piece. Wink. Okay. Is there
He's pretty.
any particular reaction as he introduces himself to each of you, or are you guys just like, there he is, naked and on our team?
Hey, Calvin Klein. What's your story?
He looks around. There is a man named Calvin that has gone missing from your group.
He's calling you that. It's a term of endearment.
It is a term of endearment to call someone Calvin. Well then, Calvin Klein. It's good to meet you.
Shane will go up to him, who's only maybe 6 foot even, and look up and put his hand out.
Okay. He'll shake your hand.
Shane Masters. Everyone seems to really drive on that last name for some reason. So.
Of course. The master of what?
He He looks back. He goes, "I still want to say Master of the Universe." Well, so far it seems to be this boomstick, and he kind of points to his rifle.
Ah.
And he leans in and goes, "Just so you know, I kind of have eyes on the curly-haired one down there, the brunette."
I see. Well, while we're having this discussion amongst whispers and Calvin Klein's, is your son of age?
He looks at where his eyes are. And he goes, "Oh, yes, he is, but not my son, Daniel."
I find his small and frightened form to be enticing.
Oh no, Daniel, you may have to watch out during the night for other reasons.
At 5'10", he just feels a little emasculated.
Yeah. It's like, he's not wearing those golden underpants now, is he? He'll say, "I'll introduce you later."
Excellent. Your scout, Tiernan, he said that you were looking for the silver mines. I do believe you're on the right track. Now that I've seen your very terrible map, I have a good understanding of where we are.
Is it far?
The wolves incurred on this territory and collapsed most of the mines, but my people still maintain an iron mine near our village, but there should still be a silver mine north of here. Only an hour or so.
Would you
Fair,
take us?
fair warning. Such places are the dens of monsters.
What type of monster?
Well, Delmore has no shortage of horrors. It could be anything from a bear to a giant, or something far more sinister. And
Before
might
him,
I
we heard
might I
people call it-
say, what is your name, madam? For there is a strength of spirit in you that calls to me.
My name is Anna.
Anna, your name enchants me. I look
Is there-
forward to fighting alongside you.
Is our mind link still up?
Nah, that would have
Okay.
wore off in the night.
Okay.
We look forward to traveling with you if you're willing to come with us.
Yes. I understand some of you are werewolves. I want you to know that I bear no prejudice against your condition. I too suffer from an affliction of rage and violence. I'll endeavor not to kill you in your sleep, if at all possible.
Well, I'm glad that you know that bit of information. She looks at Tiernan.
Look, he told me about his curse. It's only fair.
Certainly, Tiernan. If he knows the way to the mine, would he be willing to show us?
Yes, yes. And don't worry. Once we finish your business at the mine, perhaps my ex-girlfriend can tell you how to cure yourselves. She's a medicine woman.
I would like to listen to what she has to say.
All right. So you guys head north. Okay. All right. The hour that it takes to reach the cave, nothing happens. Give me a perception, Tiernan, and give me a survival, Shane Masters.
Survival coming up.
All right. God damn. All right, Shane. Well, I'm gonna ask the group. You guys have explained to the newcomers like what the wolfsbane looks like, right? So that you know what you're looking for.
I think Irina has kind of told us.
Okay. Yeah, it's
When
like
we are-
it's like a purple flower.
Yeah, I imagine we would have gotten a description when we were talking with the Dusk Elves.
I think we found some at one
Yeah.
point before.
Yeah, IRL. It's called Monk's Hood. Yeah, it looks like this. All right. With your nat 20 survival, not only do you make sure that no one gets lost following a fucking river,
What
but
a boy.
yeah, you find a whole bush of Monk's Hood, aka Wolfsbane.
Hey, Buttercup.
Oh, that's the annoying name you came up for me. Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Is that what you're looking for?
Again, Masters, that is exactly what we're looking for. You never stop impressing. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's gather this up. You can mark it off the shopping list. All right.
Shane, once again,
in the-
full of himself.
In this region, it is pretty abundant. So you guys actually find. Let me roll it. Oh wow! You find 21 portions of Wolfsbane.
Perhaps we should take extra for the future. For
And-
Of course.
And it's
Yeah,
like
we're
each-
taking all of it.
And how much did Jenny say that we needed per person from like each of
We
those
need
portions?
A portion for each person.
Oh shit! So it's like 21 doses.
Yeah, I mean, you could keep it on hand. You could sell it to other people. Like, remember, if you have some and you get afflicted in the future, you could try and use it
Yeah,
to
immediately.
If you
immediately
take
within
it, yeah.
24-hour window. Yeah.
I make sure they don't harvest every bit of every plant. Like, I want the plants to live.
Okay. Okay. So, what are you thinking? A dozen?
Honestly, I mean, like, we can probably take
Well, I
like
don't think this
3
is-
quarters.
This isn't
I
the
just,
only
I don't
bush here,
want to
though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to contribute to the fact that there's less and less wolfbrain in this world where there are actively werewolves.
Aw. That's really sweet.
I mean, it was what, 21? We can leave one.
Yeah.
Take 20, and that one can sprout into more.
So when Tiernan talks about not over harvesting the wolfsbane, you see green pluses appear above Irenia's head.
Shane will look at Mackenzie and go, He-Man didn't see that.
She just starts laughing.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he sure didn't. That's good job, Shane Masters.
Mm.
Right. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get you this out of the what am I trying to say? The compendium. Okay. So Wolfsbane, essentially on its own, it is poisonous to wolves and dogs. And it can also be poisonous to humans, but it's slightly. And let's see. It can be used to treat fear, which is kind of interesting. So it might be useful for things related to fear. And the most important thing is, of course, werewolf-related stuff. All right. So who's going to carry the? You're taking 20 of the 21. Is that the agreed upon amount?
I feel as long as one is left, it will be able to regerminate and.
Who is going to carry them? Who should I give them to?
Perhaps divided up amongst the afflicted.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna get no.
I'm fine with that.
I'm encumbered, and It's like an irritant to werewolves, so no.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uh,
Okay, well then your buddy is like, if none would like to carry it, I have nothing else to carry, aside from my shield and spear, and my curse.
I don't know.
hey, buddy, where are you going to put 20 flowers?
Oh,
Looking
I
at
think
his
you can
furry
find a place.
underpants.
That I would fashion a sack from the skins of a defeated enemy.
If it helps, I have a spare sack myself. And
I
he
see.
will, he'll hand over one of his sacks.
Then
to
would
you.
you be a
you do.
would you be a Calvin Klein and lend me your sack?
Once you
He's
started.
trying to keep a straight
Noonan
face.
is
looks at
Noonan
Ted
is
and goes,
just smiling.
That's
I
what you
regret
started.
nothing. And he will hand over one of his sacks, going down from 3 to 2 to
Alright.
to Carias.
That one's already empty.
It's pronounced Cureus, but
Oh,
it's fine.
my apologies, Carias.
All right. So he now has 20 wolfsbane on him. Each wolfsbane is worth 15 gold.
Damn.
Nice.
Not electrum, but gold.
Yeah.
Are there
Oh.
steps we need to take to preserve it? Like, or does it just dry and is still useful dried?
Yes, it is still useful dried. Good question. All right. I have to grab all your minis and get you over to the mines. All right. I apologize. These maps are beautiful, but they are very cramped. So you're just living in like Pathfinder 2 / Final Fantasy Tactics video game land, and even if you're an amazing ranged character, I'd prefer you didn't try to like move off of the map. Just try to thrive in the limited environment that you were provided. Okay. All right. As you guys approach the old mine, you do see that there's Tiernan sees that there's an abandoned campsite near the entrance of the mine. Let me move you over there and get rid of the howling wolves, because they would be asleep right now. Let's see. Wait, you guys can see, right? That's the active map.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Alright, turn that off. Okay. Yes, so, at this abandoned campsite, you can see the remnants of an ancient cooking fire. You can see very old, gone to mildew, like crates of supplies. You think this is the skeletal frame of an old wagon. And there's all manner of just ruinated supplies, just sort of like piled in what's left of the wagon. And at this point, nature has started to sort of reclaim everything. You imagine that you could search through it, possibly find things of interest. You see over here an old lantern still hanging from a rotting post, and you see the rotting wooden girders of support beams that indicate the entrance to the mine. There are other areas over here unexplored.
Perhaps there's some leftover silver here. We don't even have to go inside.
I mean, yeah, we can look
That's
around.
a great plan. I think a couple of us
great
should look
idea.
through there.
It'd be great if we didn't have to go inside.
I want to look over this way, and I want to get a closer look at this beam. Does it look like it's just rotted with age, or is it like damp in there?
Yeah, so this would be related to well, we don't have any stone cutting, that's for sure. I would say this would be either an intelligence nature to kind of check this overall stability, or if you could bullshit any other tool or skill that would have to do with mining.
Tinkering.
Tinkering, beautiful. Give me a tinkering check, blind with intelligence. Listen, I'm honestly thinking about just adding a fucking crafting skill to 5e. Cause like, man.
You said blind. Tinkers, intelligence. Boom.
Alright. Let's see. Okay. Despite the age of the beam, you do think that it is sturdy AF.
That's really reassuring, actually.
I
Yeah.
think he'll hold for a bit.
Tiernan, while you are looking around with Darius, you do see that there are some big footprints in the muddy earth. When I say big, I'm saying that they were probably left by a humanoid, no less than 16 feet tall, weighing 4,000 or more pounds.
How recent do they look?
I would need a survival for that. They look relatively fresh.
Curious. These look to be left by some of those
pronounced
giants.
Cureus, but yes.
Sorry, Curious. It looks like these footprints seem to be left by some of those giants that you mentioned.
Oh, absolutely. Now that you point it out and I'm looking at it, I agree that that is a giant footprint.
What can you tell me about the giants in the Mount Baratok region?
Oof, well, the man-eaters. Vicious, very powerful. So large when they die, it is like felling an ancient tree. They'll fall on top of you and kill you. They throw rocks, and they like to use big things to smash, like trees. Though the females, much smarter than the men.
Would they fit comfortably inside these tunnels here, or?
Ooh. That feels unlikely. They would have to squeeze, crawl on all fours to go deeper in. You see, deeper in here, I can't imagine that a giant would like to go in there. Kind of points into the cave.
Well, that's good at least.
Oh, let me check the lighting situation on this map. I think I have to turn it on. Oh yeah, it's on. Okay. All right, so over here, Shane Masters and Daniel Harwood. You guys are looking through supplies?
Yeah, we're trying to see if there's remnants of silver left, because that would be super convenient.
Okay. Each of you should give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Okay. Shane, it looks great. You can't wait to crack this shit open. Daniel, you notice that there is a very fuzzy yellow mold kind of growing on the rotting wood. It gives you a hinky feeling. You could keep it to yourself, or you could also alert Shane Masters. Shane Masters is about to interact with it and reveal to you what it does.
Oh. Yeah, he's all like, nah, man. Look at that. It's rotted like shit.
Oh. And he'll step back.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, this might be Baldur's Gate that's influencing me, but I kind of like the idea of creating these scenarios where you guys can, like, sort of fuck each other over as, like, a test of, like, camaraderie. But if you're finding them annoying, I can stop. But I don't know.
Speaking of,
it's totally fine.
If it's anyone else but Shane and Daniel, we suffered in the castle together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you dungeon bros. You're dungeon bros.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'd like to also do you a solid. He-Man there has maybe a bit of an eye toward you. I don't don't know that you or not, but just to let you know.
Kind of peer over Shane Master Soldier at what's his name, and she's like, oh, okay.
I mean,
He's
we could all do worse.
I can all do better.
He goes, very well. I will see if I can't dissuade him.
Yeah, it looks like he eats short guys. That's how he gets so big. But yeah, anyway, going back to these boxes to distract from that, do they look like I could, like, you know, kick them over without, like, handling them with my hands?
I mean, certainly that is how objects work. You can kick them without using your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want to, like, touch the mold directly, because
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because EMT medical knowledge is like, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gross. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He hasn't washed his hands in like 3 days. Gross.
All right. Weird, because you were next to a river, but okay. All right. So
Busy.
yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna bust open one of the crates
Yeah, just a
like a Diablo character.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's mold, what if it's some sort of airborne thing?
Oof.
Anna, your two newest recruits are just staring at these boxes like this is the most formidable opponent they've ever faced.
I think she's going to let them do their thing because she's kind of waiting for Tiernan and
Yeah.
the new guy to give the okay.
And then Anna, the three ladies over here are whispering about Kureus, the berserker. Izzy is asking for an accessibility play-by-play, and Mackenzie is sparing no details.
Yeah, she'll get in on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Mackenzie says, all right, now he's oh god, he is squatting down to point out how big the footprint is to Tiernan. And ooh, that booty is eating those He-Man underpants. Oh my god. Irenia says, she's completely red, like her hair. And she says, this is where do you think I could get a pair of those underpants in Tiernan size? Is it something that we make ourselves, or maybe when we go to the village? Oh my, is it hot up here in the mountains? All right, so Darius, you walked past these investigators. You see that there is a little alcove in the stone. So where this beautiful marker is, this is actually roofed by an overhanging of stone, and it is just full of mossy boulders inside. All of the mossy boulders look like they were hand selected for their roundness. In a way, they almost look like a stack of cannonballs.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Especially after hearing Kureus mention that they like to throw stuff. And Darius also being an improvised weapon user. I don't think he can lift up any of those, but he definitely understands what they're possibly used for. He's honestly just kind of just like taking a quick look around to see what's around here, and then he's gonna head back.
Tiernan, with his 29 perception, knows what the girls are up to, and so he's gonna like lean into it. Like he's gonna try to get Kurias to pose.
Oh,
in, like,
okay.
different ways while he's got him looking at stuff and like talking about things.
Fair. Yeah. He's like, where's the tallest tree? Well, I suppose it's over there. And as he points, like his fucking pecs are just like like dancing and stuff like that. Darius, as you turn the corner, you see another campsite, but this campsite is a bit scarier. This campsite looks like it is the place where a very big boy might settle down on his bed of bones.
Okay.
It doesn't sound comfortable at all.
It has also got another overhanging of stone situation and another pile of nice round cannonball-like boulders. Would you like to invest? Oh, you're moving away. Okay.
Yep.
Did you also see that massive hammer that was there?
I didn't know what that was, but thank you for pointing that out. He will
Yeah.
walk back over to Kureus and Tyrannid and be like, you mentioned that giant? I think I found where he sleeps. Over that way. And there's a lot of bones over there.
Correa says there could be treasure amongst the bones. The creatures are too stupid to understand the value of things. Even the value. And he looks at you, Tyrannid, and says, a friendship.
I Predator hand grasped him.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he says, I like this a lot.
Where would if this is where the giant is staying, but he's not here right now? Where do you think he would be? Is he off hunting?
Oh, their hunger is unending. It's likely that he's hunting the area, looking for something to eat.
Since this
I hope
giant,
it's a he. If it's a she, we could be in danger.
since this giant has set up his camp here, is he likely to have hunted the creatures that normally harbored inside of the mines?
Yeah, one could take that as a positive. That I mean, a giant is here. That's an alpha predator. Nothing would be brave enough to be inside the mines near a giant.
There's also a large ass hammer over there.
How interesting.
Just wanted
But
to
no
point that
giant
out.
to wield it.
I mean, not that I could see.
With the footprints, which direction were they headed?
It looks like they were headed, we'll say south, which is the bottom of your computer screen.
Okay.
Do you want to backtrack them? Because they
I
went.
mean, I'm assuming they lead back to the campsite.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's gone right now. I guess the question is, do we take advantage of him being gone to go into the mines and risk him noticing that we've been here? Or do we set up like an ambush? I don't know. Is that something you think we'd be able to handle?
I mean, I don't know if there's any other entrances or exits from this place, so if this guy comes back, may have to
And
go.
if he notices the smashed crates,
we may
Well,
have to
he
go
might-
for-
cutting from that, Daniel and Shane, you're still discussing whether or not to Diablo smash these crates. Well, what is the final decision here?
Daniel's on the fence because he starts talking about, fungal bacterial infections and
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have more delicate tools, but because I have a thieves kit,
Mm-hmm.
we could
you
try
can
to
get out your
crack-
tiny little lock saw.
just try to like itty bitty little scrape. I don't know. You know what? Maybe it's just not worth it.
yeah. If Daniel starts patting himself down, it's like, damn it, they made us wear masks for 2 years, and now that I actually need one, I don't have one.
Yeah. There's no obvious sign of silver anywhere, right? So
No, not based on your perception check. There was
Okay.
there's some glinting of metal, but it just seems like dull iron.
he'll tell that to Anna.
Never mind. It seems they've decided to not smash the crates.
I mean, we could just throw a rock
So
at it
that
from a
does make him less likely to notice that we were here.
But yeah, I guess we could check
How,
out his camp.
How heavy are these boulders? How heavy do they look?
Oh gosh. Those boulders each look like they weigh about 499 pounds.
Only I had levitate. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were like cannonball-sized boulders or if they were just cannonball-shaped boulders, but it sounds like just cannonball shape.
In general, they're kind of they. Some of them are very big, and some of them are more actual cannonball sized.
Well, either way, it eliminates the possibility of us hiding his boulders so that he can't use them against us.
Yeah, probably. The way these are arranged, it sort of has a rock collection vibe to it.
There is also another rock collection by the camp.
Like, he has many rocks, but these might be the best rocks.
All right, I think we have a few options here. Either we check the campsite, the other campsite, to see if there's anything good over there, or we head inside the mine and hope that he doesn't notice we were here and collapse the entrance or something, or we set up an ambush and then check the campsite after we ambush him.
I would like to see what's over by their campsite, as stupid as it sounds.
I just think that we should take care not to disturb anything yet if we haven't decided what we're going to do about him.
Yeah.
I'm all for taking a look, though.
Let's look.
I mean, maybe there's silver over there.
Daniel, could you put up your mind thing again?
Could you say please?
Please, Daniel.
All right, he will try. He'll throw it up.
If the girls are going to
Quite
stay
the-
behind, Anna will leave her backpack. If not, she'll carry it.
Quite collection.
Well, I mean, they're definitely curious about an actual giant because, you know, like, that's kind of cool. So they will follow behind Anna. Unless...
Shane-
Oh?
I was going to say Shane tries to block as much of the view of Correus as he can and like flex on the way.
Oh, nice. So, Tiernan, with your incredible spider senses, you hear very heavy footfalls and bear noises coming from the south back towards this location.
All right, I immediately see everybody into the mouth of the mine. Immediately.
Okay. All right. Man, see, people out there, they're like, Crash, Tiernan, 29 perception. How do you feel about that? And I was like, I feel like they might actually complete the campaign now. Like,
We know
Like,
danger when it's coming.
the-
as opposed
those
to
are-
just
That was my
jump.
motivation, so I'm
Those are-
glad.
as a person that likes to play support characters, okay, it's not always about being the guy that deals the biggest dick damage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Tiernan dumped a lot of character build resources into this, and it is what it is. All right, so as you guys head in, you see stomping into view is the giant.
All right, and as we do that,
What a handsome boy. He's important.
You also see that he has a bear with him. The
That's not
bear
terrifying.
seems to be his pet and is very big. Like the biggest grizzly bear you've ever seen.
It's adorable.
He walks over into his cave.
Well, he doesn't seem to have noticed us. I suppose that means that this is our key to go into the mine.
You think he'd talk with us?
He was described as a man-eater, so I'm
Yeah,
not sure. Do giants... Correus, do giants normally live individually or in groups?
it depends on the giant. If they have a good leader, normally a female of incredible intelligence, she could convince them to form what is called a steading, and they will live together, worshipping her as her concubines and caretakers. Any female children she has would then be her, advisors and other leaders amongst the tribe. Any males who act up but are too dangerous to try and put down are simply just forced to leave. If a male acts up and he's not very strong, they eat him.
Alright, so it sounds like this guy's probably rowdy and dangerous.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
He's definitely not a Calvin Klein.
You're not wrong there.
But he could be. And stranger things have happened.
It's true. He does have that bear, too. I wasn't expecting that.
Sadly, I only speak the Kavani tongue and a small bit of the common tongue. So I don't know if I could communicate with the giant.
I speak only what you refer to as the common tongue.
Some of the more intelligent members of my former tribe were called big speakers because they could speak with giants. Generally, only the female giants are smart enough to speak the common tongue.
So we wouldn't be able to talk with this guy anyway. Well, unless you knew that giant tongue.
I don't know, maybe that thing that Daniel can do.
Well, it's too late. He spent it.
Damn you, Anna.
You have a way to speak with people who are different from you? He goes to stand uncomfortably close to you. He stares down at you.
That's probably also a good time to mention Daniel's fear is claustrophobia.
Ah.
Fantastic. Don't worry, you're a tiny man.
It's not from the it's not from the cave. It's just from the very large man peering over him.
So despite having claustrophobia IRL, one of the subreddits I'm a part of is Forgotten Places, which is like old mine shafts and shit like that, and like, oof, yeah. It's gonna be a rough time for you, Daniel. It's gonna be a rough time for you.
Yeah, he doesn't like going back into the dark again.
Shane probably picks up on this a little bit and says to Daniel, perhaps you can help, keep watch and not have to go as deep.
Correa says, if you fear the dark places of the earth, I am willing to stand guard with you at the entrance.
It's not so much the dark, it is the crushing pressure of the world on my chest, you know.
Ah, you carry a great burden with you for such a small, delicate man.
I appreciate the pity. He mumbles to himself.
I have more to give you if you'd like it.
Wait, I'm not imagining things, but do bears smell good? Like, sorry. Do they have a good scent of smell?
Yeah, rephrase that.
Well, Darius, if he's wearing cologne, I suppose he might.
I mean, I use that Old Spice called Bear Glove, so.
Izzy says, oof, Bear Glove. That is a very unfortunate name for anything.
They don't have the best names for some of theirs.
That sounds like the online handle of a man who... Anyways. If you're asking about science stuff, I think bears do have very good sense of smell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Bear
maybe
Glove.
we should...
Bear Glove sounds like the name they give you if you go to prison and, like, a gang of gay guys makes you their property.
You're the property of Bear Glove now, boy.
No, you are our Bear.
You are Bear Glove.
Oh, I see you brought 4 friends.
Oof.
I think perhaps we should either decide right at this exact moment if we want to retreat further into the mine, or I don't think attacking or trying to talk to him at this moment is a good plan. I think that if we want to do that,
you hear the boom, boom, boom of his footsteps and the sound of the bear as they depart. Peering out, you see that he has his hammer with him. He must have forgotten it.
well, he is leaving.
I think we should probably go in.
And we'll attempt to hide.
We should go in.
Okay.
Shane will gently drag Daniel back until unless he starts freaking out.
We'll leave that up to the dice.
Give me either a wisdom or charisma saving throw to master your fear. That fear ain't mastered.
Nope.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. No
So
problem.
what we'll do with this is, it's under 10, so it's pretty bad. So you could stay here, no penalty at all, or you could enter the cave but take 2 points of stress, aka stackable exhaustion.
Yeah, he'll go in, but he will complain and bitch about it the entire time. That's how
Okay.
he deals with the stress.
So you're always stressed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you are 10% less effective and 10% closer to just dying, because of how uncomfortable you are with the situation. And this is still a relatively wide, like 15, 20 foot wide area. So, all right.
We should move.
Does anybody have a light?
Oh, Daniel will gladly hop out and grab this thing.
Okay. So you go and grab the lantern that's hanging off the thing. All right. There is a bit of oil left in the lamp after all of these years.
I'm gonna do another application of elf sight oil.
Okay.
So I've got dark vision for 8 hours. 120 feet, bitch.
Okay.
Shane pulls out his chalk and says, I can mark the passages we go down.
That is actually brilliant.
Ooh, I think I have a macro. Hold on. For toggling your vision quickly. I know I found one when I was setting up my Pathfinder game the other day, and I was like, man, I should find these for my other games, because it'd be pretty fucking useful. I'm not seeing it. Alright. I'll go ahead and apply it manually then.
Also, Shane will hold out his signal whistle that Strahd gave him to Tiernan. Since you always seem to be on watch, this could rouse everybody very quickly if necessary.
Alright, you
That
now have 120
Would
foot
be
dark
very,
vision.
very useful.
Yeah, I will
Mechanically,
send that to
Crash,
you.
how would my signal whistle work?
How would your what?
Would the signal whistle let me take one action to wake up everyone?
Yes. Yep. A signal whistle would be one action, and it would wake up everybody.
That's fantastic.
All right, so everyone's going inside. No one's standing guard at the entrance. All right, someone's got the
Half
lantern.
a mile, Jesus Christ.
Out of curiosity, does this look... Oh, I don't know. Shane's seen a few 80s movies where somebody makes a loud noise and caves collapse. Would a, primitive hunting rifle shot in a cave like this be a bad idea?
It could. Darius feels that the entrance is still pretty sturdy, but he hasn't seen anything else to know for sure.
Okay. I'll just look at Darius and say, if it starts to look bad, let me know.
Now, I will say this, the ceiling is only about 9 feet high, which is the main reason that the giant could not get in here to get you guys.
For a mine, that's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it'll probably
you're
get
at
narrower
the
later,
you're at the entrance, yeah.
We should get in quickly.
Am I supposed to be able to see this?
What do you see? Ooh, no, that was faulty wall import. Ooh, actually, no. Yeah. This is here on purpose. This is cracks in the wall that allow you to see into this other area. You think that a tiny creature could probably fit through, or a small creature could attempt to squeeze through.
Shane
So
looks at
Daniel.
That's
Oh yeah, no, that's true. We could send Thought through. Thought, do you mind poking your head through here, seeing if there's anything interesting? Can you see in the dark, Thought?
Thought says, let me see. Yes, I can see in the dark. I do want to give you a disclaimer that if something untoward happens to me, we'll be separated forever.
I don't want you to walk and explore. I just want you to poke your head through and see if you see anything.
All right. As this happens, Curaeus says, "You're a speaking frog.
Yeah,
Are you a wizard?"
I am not, but he is a wizard's familiar.
A wizard came by our village about a year ago, trying to recruit people to go against the Dark Lord. Very handsome fellow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard it didn't turn out very well for him.
it did not.
You wouldn't happen to know where his stuff is, would you?
There were scavengers that came and combed over the beaches and the forest south of here after the fateful battle, but nothing of use was ever found. At least, not that I know of. All right, Dot's gonna head through. Let me check his vision. Yeah, he's got it. All right. He says, well, you guys don't have a telepathic link with Thought, do you? Is he on your network?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. He comes back and he says, all right, there's a real low ceiling, maybe 6-7 feet. A lot of fallen debris, a lot of cave-ins. There's a T intersection, about 50 feet. Goes left and right.
Okay, you didn't just like immediately see any silver or anything?
I did not know.
Okay, thank you for looking. If we don't find where this meets up with the rest, I suppose we could always try to widen these cracks later. But I think it might be a little dangerous to do that right now.
With your previous roll, Darius, you know that could cause a cave-in if it was not handled with the utmost care.
Yeah. We need to be very careful.
Ahead, you spot an old, looks like a off-road wheelbarrow. Like, it's got like real big, like bruiser tires on it. And then it has a little metal arm with a old-timey lantern attached to it. You see another old-timey lantern hanging from a rotting post. And then you do see that the passage goes to the right and to the left.
So you said there was a little bit of oil left in the other lantern we had.
Mm-hmm.
We might want to. Well, we might want to, combine, like maybe grab one of those two lanterns, but then split the oil from the third between the other two, just to make sure we don't run out of lantern oil.
So who picks up the lanterns?
And I'll just X them out if you're picking
Yeah, I mean,
them up.
I don't need one, but
So, based on what you see here of this wheelbarrow and the lack of cool minecart tracks, you imagine that this wheelbarrow is how they had to get things in and out of the mine.
does it still look like it's in decent shape? Or
it actually seems to be in decent shape.
That could be useful.
Irenia, fancy a ride?
She immediately rushes to jump into it.
All right, I'll wheelbarrow Irenia around with us.
All right.
Because we're definitely going to need this if we're going to grab some silver.
Okay, as you turn the corner, you see that up ahead to the right, it splits left and right.
Which way do we go?
Well, this way to the left right here, this should lead back towards where we entered. Might be interesting to see if there's like a worker's chamber or something. Because if we are going to have to actually mine, we'll need something to mine with. Hopefully we can just find some already mined ore, but
I mean, Darius just kind of points to the pickaxe that you bought in town.
Oh yeah, I forgot you bought a pickaxe.
but we could use.
Well, it'll
more
go
equipment.
faster if we have more than one.
Yeah, if we can use more equipment, that'd be good.
Looks like there's another wagon, or wheelbarrow.
Shane will mark with the chalk at the intersection.
Yep, up ahead. This one seems to be kind of beat to shit.
There's another lantern.
There is another lantern.
Is the lantern also beat to shit?
It is not, and it is full of oil.
That's useful.
So that would be
Alright,
that would
yeah.
actually be an oil item if you want me to add it to your sheet.
Oh, this.
So I'll add an oil flask. There you go. All right. So as you turn the corner, you see a room that looks like it was dug out and used for the storage of supplies. You do see that there are mushrooms growing about, but you also see the presence of some silver ore.
Perfect.
So there's some silver ore here, unmined. And then you do see that there is some interesting, what looks like crystal growth right here, also unmined. You also see some motherfucking dynamite right here.
That'll be
It does
useful.
look stable.
And you, I don't know, does it?
Yeah,
you
Mr.
see,
Gunpowder.
You see a barrel marked water when you look at it in the squirming letters rearrange themselves to form English. And you see all manner of busted and broken supplies and an intact mining pick dramatically left stabbed into some rock.
I will grab the pick.
Okay.
Shane, can you check out that dynamite? I know you've got a thing for gunpowder.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Who's best at survival?
So,
Or I guess maybe it'd be nature to look at the mushrooms.
tinkering tools or anything related to alchemy with an intelligence on a blind roll could tell you more about the state of the dynamite.
Oh,
That is not me.
I have expertise in alchemist supplies, so I will do that then.
You also see next to the dynamite is an old journal, like video games do. The journal seems to be moldy and decrepit. You feel like if you were to turn any of the pages, the whole thing would just turn to sludge. But it is left open, and one page does seem to be legible.
The last entry says they're coming.
We
Listen,
cannot get out.
One of the hardest things as a DM is coming up with reasons why you can't read the entire fucking journal. Like that's one of the things.
Is it in the Barovian?
Yes. Yep.
All right, yeah. Since Shane is useless with the dynamite, unfortunately, he will read the journal.
Okay.
I got a 20 to check out the dynamite.
Ooh. Okay. So
I also did Tinker's check, but you said it was blind.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
And I used.
I didn't get blinded. My bad.
DM inspiration.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna need a blind one from Tiernan. Boop. Oh, you want to use DM inspiration for it?
Yeah, that's what I think that's what my roll did. I'm not sure if it did or not.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. A lot of things are happening here. So, first of all, the dynamite. Darius, you and Tiernan are confident that this dynamite has been sitting out, exposed to the elements for too long, which makes it highly volatile. Aged dynamite can kind of go off all by itself if it is not handled with care and precision. There does seem to be in this crate, kind of covered with like oilcloth and things like that, more dynamite that is in better shape. So you could get 20 sticks of unstable dynamite or 5 sticks of regular dynamite.
Sounds to me like we should take the 5 sticks now, and we should use the 20 when we set up our ambush for the giant,
That sounds good to me.
and just fucking blow him up.
Yeah, that works.
I like how you think.
Darius will take the 5 sticks of stable dynamite. We'll pack those away.
Okay.
Do we have any idea
Sadly,
about
5e
mining?
dynamite is nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But if you are curious, as an action, a creature can light a stick of dynamite and throw it to a point up to 60 feet away, which is incredible. I don't think I could do that in real life. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a DC 12 dexterity or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. You can bind sticks of dynamite together so they explode at the same time, but doing so only increases the damage by 1d6 for each stick of dynamite, and the radius by 5 feet for each stick of dynamite. Dynamite can be rigged with a longer fuse to explode after a certain amount of time, usually 1 to 6 rounds, and it gets its own initiative if you do that, which in active initiative is pretty spicy. After the set number of rounds goes off, the dynamite explodes on that initiative.
So this would still interact with my improvised weapon proficiency, right? So I could actually like whack someone with it and just have it also explode.
That feels very dangerous for your hand.
Yeah,
Well,
Almost
not
like
like.
a
Well,
snipe.
sorry, I misspoke. Not whack someone like in melee, but like I could just chuck this thing and actually do damage, and then it explodes.
Yes,
As-
per the Hellebore sanctions of 2021. Yes.
Okay.
And one would even argue you could get sneak attack with it because, it's technically
It's a
if
light
it was-
There is no
it's-
sneakier
yeah.
weapon than dynamite. That's true.
that's true. That's true.
Once.
But yeah.
Do we know anything about like how long it would take to mine either of these deposits, or?
Oh man, Darius, go ahead and give me another Tinker Tools check. Unless somebody else wants to do a nature check, that could work, or you could both do it. I could kind of
Would this one
parse
be
the difference.
blind or?
Yes, it's definitely blind.
Okay. Here's gonna be Tinker's Tools, and this is just gonna be regular.
Okay. Darius, you don't know how long it would take. You guys are relatively, I don't think any of you are actually skilled at mining. So you would just be winging it, essentially. You do know that just winging it could be very dangerous because you could cause a cave-in.
We'll definitely relay
What-
that to everyone.
One might also ask, why hasn't it been mined already if this was dug out to be their storage room?
Yeah.
Maybe we leave this patch for later.
I think that's probably a good plan either way.
Maybe there's something in this journal I'm reading.
Oh, fair. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Let's see. So, as you begin reading the journal entry, okay, it says, I guess I'll read it in like a Barovian's voice, like in a video game. Like you just know what they sounded like, even though you don't remember. Today has been a revelation that defies the very bedrock of reason. As the miners and I have delved deeper into the earth of the Baratok Mountains, seeking veins of silver and iron, we have stumbled upon a place that seems to sing with arcane energy. At first, it was the subtlest of things, a faint, almost imperceptible hum that vibrated through the stones beneath our feet. The tunnels, narrow and dimly lit by our lanterns, led to a chamber that glowed with an ethereal light. At its center lay a spring, its waters shimmering like liquid moonlight. A sense of wonder and trepidation filled the air as we gathered around, unsure of what we had truly stumbled upon.
The water itself seemed to pulse with a gentle rhythm, its energy palpable. We reached out to touch it, our fingers tingling as they made contact with its surface. It was then that the visions began. Images that danced in our minds, revealing secrets long forgotten by the world. None can ever know of this secret. We must protect it forever.
And that's the last
That's
entry.
why I wrote it down in this journal, so that no one could know about it.
So nothing ominous here,
Did you read it out loud? Did you read it to yourself?
Oh, he would have read it out loud and would have probably,
Okay.
emphasized the forever, like spooky. So undead miners.
Shane, if we ever get back, and if when you come back to our year, you should become a voice actor.
Here,
Maybe
I
like
will
an
put it.
audiobook narrator.
I'll put it in where I just put it in general. I don't know where you guys want the last journal entry, but I'll post it in general for now. You can always
Yeah,
move it
that's
if you want
fine.
to move it. All right. Okay.
I was just thinking, I wish one of you had brought a Walkman or something.
Was this
I mean, a lot of us brought our phones, which can do the same thing that.
I'm just gonna hit the I believe button because
So we are sadly at time. And this does kind of leave us in a pretty good position as far as where to continue next week. Is, you guys find this ominous writing. You have access to silver, but not sure if it's the best time to try and get the silver. And you have a giant possibly waiting outside or wandering around nearby. And of course, dynamite. So, good times.
And we met He-Man.
And you met He-Man. All right. So this is like a good place to kind of stop for the week. All right. So, quick announcements. There may be some Alcazar prep sessions today. There may be some Mythic prep sessions today because I slept through the one this morning. There may be some Baldur's Gate 4-player co-op tactician today. There will be Mythic Odyssey tonight. Tomorrow night is the first session of Outlaws of Alcazar Sunset.
Exciting.
A steampunk Western crime drama with Pathfinder crits, with guns, with wild magic.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be bananas. It's gonna be bananas. So
The
that first
Pathfinder
session is gonna
crit
be.
was... Oh boy.
Yeah, someone messaged me. They're like, are we gonna die? And I was like, well, guns have the worst the best crits of all weapons in Pathfinder that already has insane crits, and everyone has guns. So I guess that's a question for RGs, it's not for me. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty nuts. That's the first game is tomorrow night. I'm nervous but also excited. It's my first time running Pathfinder 2e, so see how it goes. Tuesday night is the 15th. We do not have Abomination Vaults, but there will be some Cyberpunk Red with Dom. Wednesday night, we're going to play some more Baldur's Gate 4-player tactician playthrough. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. They are doing very different things than you guys. It's very, very fascinating, the different how different your games are now. And then Friday, I don't know if anything's going on in particular. I know Darby's been trying to run part 2 of his adventure, but everyone's just like, nah, bro, let's just play more Baldur's Gate 3, and then they snort lines of Larian and cocaine off of their keyboards or whatever. And then Saturday will be the first day of Outlaws of Alcazar High Noon, and it ends at high noon because it's from 9 a.m. to noon. So it's kind of interesting.
Oh, we're starting earlier. I need to make sure I note that.
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. to noon. So it's kind of to accommodate like Euros that might have wanted to sign up, because we do actually have a Euro in the game this time. And also just to have, you know, the rest of Saturday to do stuff. And then Sunday we'll be back here. So, all right. I hope everybody has a good week, and good job today. Everybody stayed alive. Handled all those random counters spectacularly. I hope you guys are starting to feel the growth, right? Like, any one of those encounters could have been many people dying or a TPK in your lower levels. Now the world is becoming more manageable. I hope...
Shane's good on the real MVP.
Yeah, I hope you guys are feeling though that that kind of growth. I will point out that Nightfall had 2 real world hunting rifles from the beginning, and they still get their asses kicked hard. So the guns aren't always the answer, but they do definitely help. They do definitely help. All right. So with that, we will adjourn unless anyone has any other announcements.
Run with the Frost Maiden with Orpheus on Fridays.
Okay.
As normal.
All right, as normal. Then I guess we're donezo's. I will add the dynamite to somebody's character sheet, or we can just do that.
Oh,
next week.
I actually
Darius
just
grabbed
Darius
it.
had it, yeah.
I just
so
made
Darius.
the item in the item
Oh,
stack.
you made the item. Oh, I would have dragged it over. Okay.
Oh, there was one already made? Well, then delete this shit.
Well, if you made one that's good, I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it was good. I just copy pasted some stuff, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. I see you got dynamite stick. Okay. Oh, I mean, yours is the same as mine. Like, I don't, you know, we'll use yours. That's cool.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for running.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.